Hey guys, retrostitchgaming here, back again with another gaming video. As you'll all know, 2018 was an incredible year for gaming and there were so many fantastic games released last year. There was also quite a few bad ones.
However, in this video we're only going to focus on the good as we go through our top 5 games of 2018.
Remember guys, this is totally opinion based, so if your favourite games of last year didn't make this list, it doesn't mean they're bad games, and we probably really enjoyed them as well. But this is just the 5 games that we enjoyed playing most last year, although I'm sure quite a few of these would probably make everyone's list. So, without further ado, let's get going. First up, we have a Jurassic World Evolution, a park building simulator released for various systems.
When I was younger, I actually aspired to be either a paleontologist or an archaeologist because I absolutely love dinosaurs. So anything Jurassic Park related is literally right up my street. Our dog even loves Jurassic World because she loves all the animal noises that they make and stuff, don't she?
Yeah,
so
she'll just sit and watch us play constantly, don't she? Tilting her head every time a dinosaur roars or makes a noise. She just loves it, don't she? Like we said, we've always been huge fans of simulation games and an even bigger fan of dinosaurs, so when we seen this game was coming out, we just had to have it. Build your very own Jurassic Park and create all your childhood favourite dinosaurs as you aim to make your park the best it can be. Or just release a load of vicious carnivores into your park to cause havoc as they eat their way through your guests. It's completely up to you. I've sunk a lot of time into this game over the year and it's always nice to come back to it here and there for some chilled out and creative gameplay. It did have some problems on release and a lot of improvements that could have been made, but hats off to Frontier as they are still working hard on constant updates and DLCs, making the game even more fun to play as they keep adding more dinos, more maps, extra challenges and trophies, and are going to do so for the foreseeable future. The game is constantly evolving and getting better and better, and I've no doubt by the time they finish this will be an exceptional game. But like I said, even now it's a ton of fun and the visuals are just absolutely stunning. The dinosaurs look incredible with their many different species and skin tones. Even if the game's AI can sometimes be a bit annoying, but with the constant updates they're getting better and more realistic every time. I'd really recommend checking this game out if you haven't, and if you're a fan of either simulation games or just Jurassic Park. Sorry, I just can't get used to calling it Jurassic World.
next on our list we have my personal favourite, the Spyro Reignited Trilogy.
Spyro was a huge part of both our childhoods, as was Crash Bandicoot, and when they did the remaster for the Crash Bandicoot trilogy, we just hoped and prayed that they'd do a remaster of the original Spyros too, and thankfully they did, and we were so excited and could not wait for this game to come out, and when it got put back for a while we were devastated. But thankfully it's out now and we've played the hell out of it.
Best game ever made. Spyro Year of the Dragon is my favourite childhood game, and like we said, the original trilogy has always held a special place in our hearts. And it was fantastic to relive all those brilliant memories and reminisce on the hours spent on the PS1 with the little purple dragon. Seeing all the famous areas and characters brought to life in beautiful modern day graphics was a joy to behold, and I once again found myself sucked into the world of Spyro for hours of classic platforming goodness. The gameplay still holds up really well, which just goes to show how good the original games were. If you've not played this yet and were a fan of the originals, you've definitely got to play it.
Next up we have the masterpiece that was a Red Dead Redemption 2.
I love a good western, so being an outlaw on the run from the law was something that was definitely up my street and something I actually think we did quite well at.
This game just blew me away. I got completely addicted to it in the following weeks after its release and sunk a silly amount of hours into exploring the map, riding my horse around, having street shootouts, hunting and of course playing poker. I had high hopes for this game and it was the most excited I'd been for a sequel in some time. I adored the first game and sunk many hours and replays into it on my 360 as a teen, but somehow Rockstar, as they always do, managed to exceed all expectations. This game is one of the most beautiful looking games I've ever played and it was just so easy to lose myself in it. I'd not been this addicted to a game so much since the fantastic Witcher 3, one of my all-time favourite games. The story in Red Dead 2 was incredible, and I fell completely in love with Arthur Morgan, as he quickly became one of my all-time favourite gaming characters. I didn't think he'd live up to the legendary John Marston to begin with, but by the end of the story he well surpassed him in my eyes. The attention to detail in this game is just breathtaking, from the wildlife, dead bodies decaying, interactions with NPCs to even crazy little details, such as the certain part of a horse expanding and retracting because of the weather, if you know what I'm talking about, and the amount to see and do is almost endless. I don't want to give away any spoilers for anyone who hasn't played it yet, but the ending hit me straight in the feels, and then somehow managed to do the same thing again about 15 hours later after completing the lengthy and fantastic epilogue, which takes you pretty much all the way up to the beginning of the first game. I could talk about this game for so much longer, covering so many more things, but then there wouldn't be any time to talk about the other great games on this list. But for me, this was by far and away the game of the year. Stacey, however, places another game just ahead.
Next up, my personal game of the year, and the truly breathtaking and captivating God of War.
I love the new direction they took with this series, and the game exceeded all expectations. It really is a piece of art. It's a masterpiece, this game.
As a long-time fan of the God of War franchise, I wasn't sure what to expect with this game when seeing that they had completely changed the formula, and was a bit sceptical, but all my worries and doubts were put to rest as soon as I started playing. This game is a stunning and beautiful masterpiece, set in a lush and wondrous world filled with Norse mythology. As a huge fan of Norse history, I absolutely love this. I also love the new softer side we see to Kratos, rather than the one-dimensional angry badass from the previous games. Don't get me wrong, I've always loved Kratos, but really enjoyed this newer, older Kratos, and thoroughly enjoyed and got engrossed in the budding relationship between him and his son Atreus, or boy. I've not enjoyed a relationship this much since Joel and Ellie in The Last of Us, another PlayStation masterpiece, which goes to show PlayStation are keeping the single-player experience alive. The new style of combat system was also absolutely brilliant, satisfying and entertaining, and it never started to get stale or repetitive. The game is a lot slower paced than its predecessors, but give it time and it pays off massively. To give you one of the most gripping and engrossing stories of recent times, it's worth getting a PS4 just to play this game, and that's without throwing another amazing PS4 games into the mix, such as Horizon Zero Dawn, The Last of Us, Uncharted 4, and the next game on our list.
Last but certainly not least, we have SpiderMan.
Another PS4 exclusive, which goes to show that PlayStation absolutely killed it last year.
Yeah, they really did, didn't they? This game was just so much fun. It's easily the best superhero game ever made. I absolutely love the Batman Arkham series, but this game just took it to the next level. The game does a fantastic job of making you feel like you really are Spider-Man. Swinging around New York City feels spectacular, and once you get comfortable with the web swinging, it becomes almost effortless and feels incredible. Adding and pulling off all the jumps, flips, spins, web zipping and wall running. Add to the amazing web swinging the fantastic combat system with all of Spidey's awesome skills and attributes, adding to his speed and agility to make for one of the smoothest and most natural feeling combat systems I can think of. You also have a ton of famous spider suits to unlock and change into, and loads of side quests spread throughout the city. The story is also really good, with many iconic characters from the Spider-Man universe making an appearance, such as many of the series' awesome villains. The game has set the standard for future superhero games, and I hope we get a similar styled game from Marvel for other famous superheroes.
So there you have it, our top 5 games of 2018. We're sorry if any of your favourites didn't make the list, but there was just so many games to choose from. It was really hard to narrow it down.
Yeah, so don't forget to comment down below your favourite games of last year, so then you can have your say at least. If you did enjoy this video, then please give it a big thumbs up, and why not smash that subscribe button while you're at it. We'd really appreciate it, and it'd really help our channel grow. We've been retrostitchgaming. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.